Good morning! Hello, everybody! Wow! How are we doing today? Hello! Ah! What is happening? Hello, Hope! Hello, Vaz! Good morning, everybody. No breakfast? That's surprising. Haha! Look at the time and work out what I was doing. Ha! Not a morning person! Wow. I needed a shower. So it was one of those days where I took the L and I was like, I'll take a shower and I'll eat breakfast and I'm not gonna rush and cause a panic. Wow. And before I forget, I'm gonna message a friend. Knocking things off all over the place. Great. Well, I was gonna give a reminder to everybody, so I'm now gonna remind myself of I'm quickly gonna check the charge of the headset, because now I have a headset that requires charging. And see if it needs to be charged for tonight. Yes, I'm doing this on stream now, apparently. Lord knows what it thinks is my face at the moment. Right, battery. How is our battery? Good, the battery is good. It's fully charged, damn. Nice. It's fully charged from last week, or last time I used it, so that's nice. Holds its charge well. What are the controllers like? I should check the controllers. 180. Okay, that is perfectly fine. Awesome. And there we go. Well, said I cannot be with you once more. I'm sad as well, Vaz. I'm sad as well. But you have important IRL things to do. Maybe next time we'll try to time the VR chat one with when you're free. Okay, so that is that. My stuff is fine. Let's make a post in the events channel. Morning maintenance. At events, people. At events. If you are joining in VR, remember to make sure any gear you use is charged. Yes, frantic typing. Clicky clackies. I like a clicky clacky keyboard. Ah. Tosca released a new avatar. That's always cool to see. I like Tosca's stuff a lot. It's called the Dino Dog. Reminds me of the Freakhound. Dog, but with lizard tail. If people aren't familiar with the Freakhound, this is the Freakhound. Dog with lizard tail. Dog with lizard tail, so... Similar feelings, though this tail seems more raptory, because it is outwards. I know a decent amount of people like the Freakhound. Does that mean to not use pirated stuff or something like that? What do you... What? Sorry, what? Sorry, what? Sorry, my brain was going a mile a minute. Pirated stuff? No, it means like your controllers and things. VR controllers often use like batteries and stuff, so if we're planning to have a VR chat game tonight, you should make sure that they are charged, which is what I just did briefly. What were you talking about? You're joining in VR, make sure any gear you use is charged. Did not read that properly. Oh, okay. Right. You know what's the most jarring thing for this is actually seeing it with the eyelashes on, because that was like actually a big change. Join in VR is join in VR chat. Joining? Join? What I meant was because people don't have to have VR to join in, remember? So I was like, so the idea was if you're going to be in VR, you should charge your things. I didn't think that message would cause so much confusion. Right. Meanwhile, Kobble. Once again in the state of I've got so many things to do I don't actually know where to bloody start. Don't know why this leg is twisted still. And, yeah, our origin point is still floating, which is causing our fizz-boned feet to have problems. What the hell was that? Sounds like someone almost had a crash then. I haven't done anything yet, there's nothing to save. Where's my headset making noises? I've told you to turn off. You better be off. I don't want you sneakily being on so that you run out of battery later. Yeah, I think it is off. Oh, it does install update. Maybe there was an update to install. When I decided to turn off, it does install updates, so maybe it was installing an update. Alright, yeah, we're troubleshooting. Trying to find out why these feet are floating and how can I fix it. Annoyingly, a lot of the ones are like, you should fix your height in game. That'd do it. And I'm like, I'm not in game. We're not at that stage yet. I can't change my height in Unity because I'm not in VR in Unity. Well, that didn't seem to do anything. No! Ah! What was that about? Ah! I'm not finding any help with this. This is annoying. Every single one is like, go into the settings and change your height. I'm not in-game! There is no height setting! This is more just in theory than anything else. No, it didn't do anything. The thing is that if I can't work out what this is and fix it, then I'm not going to have the toe physics active because we're going to have this the entire time. They'll constantly be droopy. Like, there is an argument to be made of like, oh, if you're only hovering like an inch or two off the ground, people probably aren't going to notice because they're not going to be looking at your feet. But if your feet are all warped like that because the physics are wrong, then people probably will notice. The floor collider is set to 0, 0, so that is the 0 point of the avatar. Bye, Vars! Hope your day goes well. So, for some reason, the avatar lifts up. And like you can see that happen when I select it. You can see it sort of go up a little bit. The bounding box is pretty tight to there, I would say. Like, it's not as low down as it goes. Yeah, look, you see how that rises up. And this is at the bottom of where the bounding box is. So the avatar is physically lifting up. And I'm like, what? Also, yeah, interesting that you can see how the leg is, like, bent on that. Yeah, I wonder if this leg twist is because the leg is, like, knowing that it's not flat on the ground for some reason. That's where the eyes should be. It is a baffling problem. Disabled, thanks. Thanks. let's open Blender. Look, I already have to rename this. Kobble Avatar Troubleshooting is what this is. What? Oh my goodness, hello. Thank you for following. I hope you're having a good day. Oh, hello. My S key isn't working. Maybe I need to clean my keyboard. File. We're going to duplicate this to 27. Second Unity fix. Yeah, I don't remember. I have a vague memory, because I had this problem on the first one. I have a vague memory of someone telling me that it could be due to the wingspan, but I remember that even the person couldn't remember whether it was that the wingspan was too long or too short. I was literally, I vaguely remember, like, I literally went to Ferality and, like, mentioned to someone of, like, oh, I made an avatar and I have this problem where it's, like, floating and I don't know why, and they're like, it could be wingspan. Isn't actually moving bones though, that's a little annoying. Okay, I was like, did that mirror it? It did mirror it. This is all zeroed down here. So let's try this. Export FBX. Kobble 2.0, and we're gonna underscore arm shorter. Selected only, armature mesh, FBX all. Export. Hi, Core! Explorer. Exports. Right, so I'm going to do a little sneaky thing here of I'm going to grab this new export that we just made. I'm going to copy it to the desktop, rename it here on the desktop briefly, and then replace this one so that the file name is the same. Okay. Feels like that didn't change. That feels like it hasn't changed. As usual, I'll be late for the start for Community Day. Fair enough, fair enough. This all looks fine in here. There it looks like the hand is in line with the hip. Is the hand in line with the hip? I'd say it is. Maybe I need to do a more dramatic change. Maybe I need to do a more dramatic change. Does it collide with something when you press the start button? I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, yeah, it's colliding with the floor because you can see how the floor collider I put in because you can see how it is there. Literally, you can literally see how it's touching the floor. The issue is that it's raising up off the floor for some reason. Here, it's flat on the floor. For some reason, we hit play and it lifts up. And I'm like, why? Why? Why are you lifting? Why are you lifting up? Bring these shoulders in. Export FBX. I'm sure, sir. Export. shorter. Temporarily move you to here. Change the name. Replace you. There you go. No, definitely saw that arm move just then, so that change has taken effect. No, it's still floating. Is it higher? Is it higher? So my Unity camera's gotten a little bit fucked. Hang on. Unity, you're not doing yourself any favors. Why can I not move around in Unity anymore? Did that raise it higher? Do I need to make the arms longer, not shorter? I'm literally seeing things of like, I can't tell if it's higher or lower. Did it move? I don't think it did. I don't think it did. No, I don't think that made it move. Ugh. Seeing things, I actually can't tell. That feels like it's lower down, right? That feels like that gap has gotten bigger. I feel like I'm going insane. Okay, this is why we increment, so I can go back to this one, where we didn't do that. Override the second fix. Now we're on second fix. Now I'll try widening the arm span? Where did I get those bones to come up to? Sort of inside the claw. Yeah, the bone is kind of inside the claw a little bit. Double check on myself. I don't know how dramatic a change I need to try. For FBX, selected objects, armature mesh, FBX. This is arm longer. export. And again, we're going to do the sneaky you, excuse me, you to there. We're going to quickly rename you just so you have the same name. Put you back in here. Place. That hasn't changed anything either, has it? So this isn't the problem. So it's not the wingspan. Because I've made it shorter and I've made it longer. And neither did anything. What's the problem? Why is it lifting off the ground like that? It's not the wingspan. I got nothing. I got nothing. Hmm. 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 Fiddled with export settings, had to slightly change proportions, but I managed to fix the floating one. I think it was caused by the FBX scaling option, which was on all local, but changing it to FBX all did the trick. I'm already on FBX all when I export. I'm already on FBX all. Mm-mm. Seriously, just in a bone position. That's the one thing I don't want to do. Toe and heel bone needs to be flush on the floor plane. This one? Do I just lower the entire avatar down? That doesn't seem correct. That doesn't seem right. The toe and heel bone. Oh, but the toes and the heel bone are on separate levels. But again, changing the arm length didn't do anything, so we don't save that. First Unity fix. Save as, and go over the second Unity fix. Yeah, but our heel, quote unquote, I mean, I don't know why they say heel bone, because there is no heel bone. Hello, welcome on in, first time shatter. I don't know why they say heel bone, there is no, I mean, that's technically the heel, but you don't, it's not named the heel bone. That's not like a bone that the rig recognizes. If you go in here, there is no heel bone. There's the foot bone. Is that what they mean? Wording is important. Scratch his head. Moving the armature up a bit in Unity. In Unity? Not in Blender. In Unity. That doesn't feel like that should do anything, frankly. That almost seems too easy. Yeah, it didn't do anything. That's kind of what I thought. I was like, that doesn't seem right. Blender, I want to move both. You're not letting me move both. Ah. If I do it in object mode, that just moves the whole thing to the this origin. I need to move the origin. Good that it was that easy. Do cursor toward origin. No, I want to do origin to cursor. Can I do that? Set origin to 3D cursor. That didn't do anything. Like that. FBX. What's 2.0 origin move. Armature, mesh, FBX on. Export. Origin move. I don't even know if this is going to do the right thing at all. Oh, god damn it, it definitely didn't. Export, FBX. Didn't tick select objects. change anything. Mm. Need to be flush on the floor, but when I'm in edit mode, they are flush on the floor because they're right there. And then it all lifts up. Still having foot problems? Yeah. Been here an hour and we've made 0 progress, which is frustrating. Yeah, that changed nothing. Leg is always an option. That's not helping, Core! Sorry. I'm getting frustrated. I've been working for an hour and I've achieved nothing. Why is it broken? And why can I find nothing online that is helping? Yeah, Unity. Unity! It's this gap. Like, I don't care what's happening here at the moment. I couldn't care less about this. It's this gap. It's this gap that is the problem. Yeah, I might as well turn this off, because if I can't fix it, I'm not having the toe physics turned on. That would be redundant. Ugh, Jesus. constraints all set up. That's all fine.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour.
That's all set to 0.
And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much. I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a time.
Interestingly, this particular version is saying that you should T-pose it, even though the original one was like, no, don't T-pose it.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no,
No.
I'm a rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone.
That did nothing.
Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell. And there's no one there to raise them.
I'd help if I knew what it was. All that comes to mind is weight painting. I appreciate the suggestion. I'm pretty sure it's not weight painting, because weight painting is how like the bones affect the mesh, and like the way that the bones and the mesh move are fine. It's just the fact that the entire thing is 2 inches off the ground for some reason. So I don't think it's weight painting. Like this is what it's supposed to look like. It's just not supposed to have this gap here between the bottom of this and the foot.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man.
So what is the problem? Oh, I'm tearing my hair out. And I just got my hair done this week.
Fuse up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Ads came at the wrong time. It's fine. I said I don't think it's a weight painting problem, because the way that they are moving is correct. It's the fact that the entire thing lifts up an inch. And we don't know why. But the actual, like, movement of the legs itself is correct. So I don't think it's weight painting, but I appreciate the suggestion and trying to help. So that they're moving correctly. It's just the avatar as a whole, the whole thing, is 2 inches off the ground for some reason. Okay, that's a bit tight, but that's something else. It's probably due to the angle. Yeah, that's just due to the angle. Maybe I'll try to fix that another day. Why do I feel like I'm gonna have to, like, completely rework the mesh, which I don't want to do? Nope, still floating. See, now I'm wondering if my problem is my proportions. I don't know. Just don't know. I just don't know. Is it that this is a lot longer than the others? I don't know. Doesn't really say anything about that. It's just got like pictures, and pictures are hard to go off of sometimes. Hmm. Yeah, all of the setup there is correct. It's not that I've got to move any of this stuff, because all of the examples I'm looking at no point are they like, you know, the words. It's not that like this isn't flush with the floor, because in all of the examples I'm looking at, that they are also not flush to the floor, so that's not the issue. I can also see in this example here, where someone's literally got a video of them moving the rig, that the toes and the quote-unquote heel, like the other person said, are not level. So like, that's not an issue, because that's a video of it working for them. Hmm. Could it be when you imported it? I don't know. What? I don't know. I believe all of my import settings are correct. Because when it's not in play mode, it's on the floor. When you hit play to test it, it lifts up. So I don't know. I don't know is the answer. Hmm. Excuse me. I should drink some water. Drink water. Ah. I'm very confused. Sign into the inspector though, because I haven't. I'm curious what this will do in game. I imagine what it'll do is break, but I'm curious. I hope it isn't the leg shape, because I spent a long time getting that nice definition. We like completely reworked the legs, and I don't want to have to basically rework them again. Nice score. 2 shoulders. Build successful. Oh, VR chat has an update. Funny that. Team 17, we love Team 17. They make cool games. Let's not get distracted. On VR mode, please. Is chopping the leg off and copying the other leg an option? I think you're getting what we're angry about confused. I'm more upset about it floating off the ground than about it being at a weird angle, and also the entire thing has been symmetrical the entire time we've made it. That's not the problem I'm trying to fix. I'm not trying to fix bend. That's not the bit that I'm looking at. Did they update the home? They updated the home? What the fuck? It's been 400 years and you update the home? Ah, happy Pride. You can even, yeah, you can see even here it's raised up. But yeah, yeah, one problem at a time, essentially. I'm not trying to fix this foot being bent, I'm trying to fix the entire avatar being an inch off the floor. Which you can literally see right there. And funny enough, I had this problem on the old one, and I guess I just ignored it. And I'm on the verge of having to ignore it again. Well, hey, it's in-game. Oh god, the tongue fizz bones. I forgot about those. Hey, it's blinking. Yep, they be floating. They be floating. And apparently last time I did nothing about it. It's interesting that you can see the toes, like, twitching. I just realised there's two lots of music playing. Since when did the home world have music in it? Stop that. But they're walking correctly. Obviously, none of our animations are set up. This is frustrating. Last time I left it, which makes me bloody well tempted to leave it again. Which means we're not having toe physics. Excuse me. Colliders 2. Leg collider. Interesting. Every day Unity presents us with a new problem. That's to stop the tail going through the legs, basically. This bitch is uneven. Much better. Much better. Alright, I suppose before I get any further I should at least do that little tongue change that I was gonna do. It still bothers me! This is my goddamn square brain. Neurospicy brain of being like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's not fine, it bothers me! My entire existence. We've gotten this far, though. We've gotten this far. Ah. can't decide. I'm gonna try one more thing. Drink some water. This is gonna make me. This entire afternoon is getting me nice and angry at VR chat for when we play VR chat tonight. No, this isn't gonna work, because I'll just be moving the mesh. It's the bones that I've got to move. I don't even know your name.
You're looking happier in every selfie with your friend. You're such a busy boy, but I am sure I can give you what he gives.
Try not to turn the cobble into stone. I'll try.
Telegram message away. Oh, yeah. Baby, you matter much to me. 'Cause everything you are is all I wanna be.
I'm trying to think. I'm bad at maths, so this doesn't help. So part of the whole point of this leg setup is for this to be parallel with this. And I'm just trying to think of if I move that down, does that break it? Are they no longer going to be parallel? Why did I have to fail maths? Didn't fail maths, actually. I just got a very mid grade. I'm literally like arguing with myself at the moment of, do I bite the bullet and try to rework all of the legs before I commit and start doing things like all of the animations for the expressions and stuff? Because if I'm going to do that, I need to do it first. I can't make all of the expressions and then all the animations and stuff and then be changing the base mesh. Do I want to do the entire thing over again? I don't know if I do. Hmm. I'm just thinking of just like, do I or don't I? I think part of the reason that I don't know what to do is because I don't fully know what the problem is. And so in my mind, I'm like, if I change the leg proportion, will it fix it? But it might not. And like, if I make the leg longer, will it fix it? But it might not. And if I make the leg shorter, will it fit? It might not. And it'll be a lot of work for not a lot of gain, which is why I'm like, can I be asked to do it? Considering we've already spent now an hour and 40 minutes trying to fix this and have achieved nothing. Oh, making avatars is hard. What's also frustrating is that it's basically 1 o'clock, which means I need to go. So it really feels like I didn't achieve anything this morning. That feels bad. Funny enough, now that I look at this, I'm not sure it's correct anyway. Comparing mine to, like, all of the different examples, none of them have this gap. So the fact that that's there and the rig itself does work in Unity is interesting, because I'm not sure that means it's fully correct. Yeah. I'm basically sat here going, are the legs long enough? Is that the problem? Is it the legs? So, right, let's fuck up our digi-rig. Let's lower that so that it's like almost level with the toes, and then let's bring toes down to there. Stop. Blender, that's not what I want to pick. Do it that way. This is leg longer. Leg longer. Selected objects, armature, mesh, FBX all. Move the point in the direction of the parallel line, it wouldn't break the parallels. So I would break it because I moved it downwards, not in the direction of the parallel, but it's okay. This is a test, anyway. Place. Nope, the gap is still there, so that doesn't fix the problem either. So I don't know. I think I've run out of possibilities. Making the legs longer hasn't done anything. Making the arms shorter and longer doesn't do anything. Moving the origin doesn't do anything. The legs are kind of bent, aren't they? Especially the foot. Yeah, this is a separate issue. This is what I said to Cord. This is a separate issue from this gap. This is a separate issue. I'm trying to fix this gap. Are there any possibilities they are related? I guess it's a possibility. It is a possibility. Hi, Dan. Yeah, Hope's basically summarised it. I've been working for 2 hours, but I've not achieved anything, so I'm a little frustrated. I also feel bad because when I get frustrated at work, it's not great viewing. I mean, I guess it's possible that maybe this foot is causing it to rise up, but you can see that the bottom of the foot isn't in line with the origin. So I don't think it's that.
Reality repairs my illusion as I drift away into the night. The wind blows the sunrise away. As it turns,
Darkness leaves me blind.
when fire
Hmm.
to make it all better, I will grab
Scale it with pivot, not center it. What does that mean?
I know a man who had the fire in his eyes and the spirit of 1,000 ghosts. He walks alone through the forest and the hills, and all the birds and the foxes sang.
It does kind of look like that could be something, but I don't know how to fix the leg either. Next to the button to choose between rotation, movement, and scale, choose to do that on the center of your avatar, which is incorrect, or with pivot, which is from the feet of your avatar, and so it will be on the floor when you scale it.
Remember, Blue, even if you feel like turning the poor Kobble into smooth stone, we love you and want the best for you.
Thank you. I hate how I become grouchy when things don't. Runs in the family. So yeah, you can see how it's like flat there, but then when we engage like play mode, that foot lifts up and this one skews off to the side for an unknown reason, because the legs are symmetrical, which is another issue of like, why? They're copies of each other. Why is one broken and the other one isn't? If they were both broken, then it would be like, cool, there's a problem somewhere, but because one's broken, it's like, I don't know. Oh, this is to do with resizing, though. I'm not resizing it. Do it from the pivot. That's the pivot right there. Whereas that would be the center, so I have been doing it from there. The only bit of information I have is I found one person in a Discord, in like an Avatar Maker's Discord, saying that they've got the leg twist happening on their digigrade rig. And the only thing I've got is someone saying, what I do to prevent that behavior is replicating constraints active in Unity within Blender and mix it with some IK rigging. I don't know what IK rigging is. So they've given an answer, but it's not an answer that is helpful to me. That way you can replicate the movements and behaviour of your rig within Blender and see what needs to be adjusted. That implies being pretty advanced rigging techniques. So that's something I don't know. And that's the only answer I can find, is something to do with kinetics, I think. It's called inverse kinematics. Yeah, I know what IK is because I've studied game design. I don't know how to do it in Blender. So in inverse kinematics, in a game sense, is for example, VRChat does this. When animating certain things like arms and legs, you'll have the origin point. I don't know why I went into play mode for this. You'll have like the origin point of the shoulder there. And you'll have the end point of the hand or the wrist here. And what it does is, it has like I'm gonna explain this so badly. It calculates the positioning of like the bit in the middle based off the end point. So like in VRChat, you have a VR controller moving your hand. And you have your headset, which is where your body is. And VRChat is basically calculating the distances and the positions in between those to do things like bend your elbow. VRChat can't track your elbow if you don't have full body tracking. So it is using inverse kinematics to work that out. Rather than like animating each part individually, which is the opposite of inverse kinematics, which I don't think it's called just regular kinematics, but it might be. Forward kinematics, I think is what it is. Yeah, that's basically explaining what IK is. Because this is just for generic Unity and not for VRChat, this doesn't necessarily help me. It's also like coding. Like, there's no coding here. So this does tell you what IK is, if anybody in the Discord is curious about it and wants to just learn stuff. But this doesn't specifically help me. Hi, Growlithe! So, I don't know what IK rigging is, and how that is different from just regular rigging. Because I've done regular rigging, and this is rigged. It's not IK rigged. Which I guess is that if I grab this and move it, it doesn't cause like the rest of it to move, which I guess is what they were referring to, because it's through things like kinematics and stuff that this thing just works. Like this. So if I move this invisible bone now, you see how it causes everything to move, like the ankle, and the foot and stuff. It's to do with that. So I don't know what IK rigging is, and that's the only answer that I can vaguely find. Is someone saying is mix it with IK rigging in Blender, and I'm like, that's not an answer. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna, yeah. It's 1:20. I need to walk away. I need to have food. I have things I gotta do. I'm annoyed that I've streamed for 2 hours and had a net gain of 0. But it happens sometimes. It happens. My neighbour is trimming their garden, which is slightly irritating to me, but that's just because I'm annoyed, and when I get annoyed, everything is irritating to me. At least it's sunny. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. At least it's sunny, so I can go have a walk in the sun, which will make me feel better. I'll be back, and I'll try to be a bit more cheerful. I always feel bad when I get moody, because it's not a pleasant thing. It does run in my family, but that doesn't make it an excuse. I'm gonna go breathe, and I'm gonna go calm down. I'm gonna be back in a couple of hours, and we're going to keep trying, I guess. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll be back later. It's time for lunch. But I mean, at least like this bit does work. Like, look how it moves. Like, that's what it's supposed to do. That bit's correct. So like, yeah, small victories. That is correct. This is what it's supposed to do. So that at least looks good. Yeah. I'll see you in a bit. I'll be back in a couple of hours. See you in a bit. Sorry, I can't help. I don't know Blender and Unity that much. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I also don't. That's why I'm having these problems, is I'm just doing stuff that I don't know because I've not been taught. I'm entirely self-taught. I wish it would stop doing that. I am entirely self-taught. I think I'm doing well, all things considered. This is not bad for self-taught. But anyway. Go have some water. Go have some fresh air, and I'm going to do the same. Thank you so much, everybody, for being really sweet and being really lovely. And I'm sorry that I have not been. And I will be back later. Bye-bye. Righto. Excuse me. Right. I think I'm going to try one more thing. And if it doesn't work, I'm leaving it. We're at that time of year where it's hot, and I want the window open, but there are noises happening outside. So we'll see how it goes. It's warm in here. I'm going to need to make sure I get a fan out for VR tonight. Wow. So, I've got one more thing I'm going to try. Hello, Dipper. And I believe that that is that. So we're going to export the FBX. Selected armature mesh, FBX all. And I'm just going to put this one in as it is. Oh my goodness!
Hang in there, Blue. You got this.
Aww.
Sending all the love. Tilda sent via throne.com.
Aw, thank you, Hope. Thank you for getting me the glue that I needed. You're very sweet. Thank you. Right, this one. Put a completely different one in. So we're going to go in here. Left pinky 1. Left pinky 2. Left pinky 3. Right hand. Right pinky 1. Two. Three. Body. Leg, plenty, L. Plenty L. Plenty R. Plenty R. muscles and settings. Leg twist set to 0. Leg twist set to 0. Apply.
So all I can do is hope. So all I can do is
And we're going to do all of our constraints. Which I've already forgotten. Rotation on upper. And rotation constraint. Upper leg, plenty L. I did make myself a cup of tea. So we do have that. Okay, so upper leg is lower leg, upper leg, rotation, rotation. Add a rotation constraint. Lower leg, plenty L. Activate. Foot, rotation constraint. To upper leg, plenty L. Activate. Right. Upper leg, rotation. Lower leg, rotation. Upper leg, rotation. Toe, parent. Parent constraint. To foot plantial. Right? Foot plantial. Foot plantial. Activate. So if I select this now. That is bending correctly. Isn't it hot there? What's your point? Rotation constraint. Oops. To upper leg planty R. Activate. Lower leg. Rotation constraint. To lower leg planty R. Activate. Rotation constraint to upper leg again. Activate. It's worth noting at this point that the last time we did this, that leg twist had occurred. It's not occurred this time. Don't get your hopes up, Blue. It might not mean anything. Parent constraints. But Plan C are active. Interesting. Right. Add. VRC avatar descriptor. Might be all I have to do. Well, that's still twisted, so I don't think it worked. It did not in fact work. Well, that is a shame. So we're gonna leave it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Aiden, I love you. I hope you're doing well, darling. Hope you're not too hot. It's actually quite warm today. Just casually opens up the news while I'm streaming. Right. Twitch be like, you gave bits, so clearly you want the bit badge. Like, no, they don't want the bit badge. Close that, because it didn't do nothing. And all of these are just, garbage, actually. None of them are needed, because none of them worked. Right. One more thing. Not quite done in Blender yet. Said I was going to add in fork tongue customization. That I am now going to do. Forked tongue. I definitely don't know how to spell tongue. No, there's a U in it. Move that shape up into our customization. Forked tongue. I suppose I should maybe make it narrower. What about a 5'd tongue? I don't know, you'll have to talk to Snakes about that, I think. Oh, where am I? Oh, I was at the back of the head for some reason. Nope, do not change the size of the mouth. Connected only. Enjoy your food, Hope. Thank you for everything. Thank you for always being so lovely. a Secretary Bird tour and then a non-tour version. I don't know whether that's the move today. Oh, hang on, keep moving. Yes. Polygons. We love it. We love it. Not forked enough. People who use forked tongues. I don't know. Forked tongues. Is that forked enough? It's not. The tongue isn't forked by default. I'm literally adding it in as like a last minute customization option. Normally the tongue flat. It's nice. Excellent. I value your feedback. Maybe lift that up though. That looks like it's too low down. While the walls come tumbling down, when they do, I'll be right behind you. Forked tongues aren't something I see too often. No, it's basic. I feel like forked tongues are basically is the avatar a snake, and that's like it. Snakes and some dragons, yeah. So I'm adding the option in. As well, hey, more options are always better. Narrow it. I think the Maelstrawker technically has a double fork deal going. Does it? What do Maelstrawker tongues look like? Hang on. Now I'm curious. This is weird. Look at that! Monkey! That's their tongue. Neat. Ah. Hi, pirate. Also, hello, Rosa. Hi. Funky little tongue. Well, they do. They are funky little guys, so it makes sense that they have funky little tongues. There we go. I think that looks a bit nicer. So, forked tongue customization is an option if people want it. What? Save. Wow. Oh, by the way, Sam, for our game night tonight, we're going to be doing VR chat games. I don't know if you want to join in. You're welcome to. If you feel like coming in VR chat and just playing a bunch of games. It's going to be about 8 o'clock. Well, that's when I'm going to start, and I'll probably do a little bit of hello stream talk before we get into it. I could try if it ain't too late for me. It's going to be in... Let's see, where are we now? 4 or 5 hours? It's not quite 4 o'clock yet, and it starts at 8.
You must be amethyst. You must be garnet.
I've been reminding people, hey, if you're going to join in, you should make sure all your stuff is charged.
Isn't that
Okay, I
just-
think that's going to be it.
It can't be. But it can be. And it is. I've got a new style and a few new toys that are gonna put an end to your happily ever
Sport,
after.
FBX.
Once and for all. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This has got to be a misunderstanding. In case you haven't heard, I just
Ba-ba-ba.
I've heard. I've
Forked.
had your little message to the universe.
Tongue.
I
Wow.
just love that part.
Selected objects, armature mesh, FBX, all. Export. My monitor is charged. Good. You wouldn't want it to go flat.
That's right, I heard the story over and over again. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends. That's right.
I find I had a thing for oddball character designs every now and then. Tours happened to be one of them. I think my character designs aren't that odd. I used to think that they were, and that was because I realised now I was just a furry in a group of normies where everyone was like, I'm gonna make a D&D character and they're gonna be an elf, a dwarf, this. And I was like, cool, but what about animal races? And I was the only person playing the animal races all the time.
Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends.
My designs aren't weird, I'm just a furry.
She told me that I was her own. She walked with me, talked with me, made me feel I was at home. But thousands of years they go by, just happy to stay and play nice. Allegiance to her I had sworn, but this time it had turned to a rose full of thorns. Who am I? Who am I? What are you even saying? I'm the loser of the game you didn't know you were playing. Let's play another game. This time I get to win. Lives on the line, winner takes all. Ready or not, let's begin.
I remember being so excited about the concept of our Curse of Strahd group, just because our DM hadn't told us it was going to be Curse of Strahd. It was Nemo who was running this, and slightly independently of each other, almost all of us had decided we were going to play Beast Folk races. So I was a kobold, shock and horror. Naren was a lizard folk. Was it Kor or Stanji turned up later and they were playing like a 1T? Spook was playing a hobgoblin, and Curls was playing a merfolk. Pirate, are you playing Glass Masquerade again? Just saw it pop up. Okay, let's create a folder. Animations. Create Wait, no, I don't think parameters and menus needs to be a separate thing. Okay, create VR chat, avatar, expressions, menu. And this is going to be Kobble, VRC expressions, file, create. Expressions menu and expression parameters. Let's make it underscore, keep everything consistent. Expressions parameter and expressions menu. So let's rename this expressions. There's DLC. So model will probably be character design circles, to be honest. Yeah, entire thing would be soft and squishy. Yeah, their entire body would be like one big squish. Thinking about getting the feety bits going properly. So at that point, you're making a Goodra. At that point, you're making a Goodra. Just thinking that. Let's go. Right, so menu and parameters.
On the horizon of this
There we go. So now they've got some custom. Now they've got a custom menu.
trudging towards you. What do you do? My half-orc barbarian braces her great hammer, and that's a 1. Critical fail. Steve, what do you do? Well, I believe in anticipation, my rogue would try and hide behind a tree. Okay, I rolled a 1. That's another critical fail. Tom, what does your human bard do?
Active perception check.
That's a natural 20.
Let's fucking go. Their entire line is essentially a snail. Close enough. Yeah, it's close enough. They're slug goo dragons.
I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1.
Fuck.
Hey, I forgot. You're supposed to tell me what I see, right? Yes, thank you. Let's just slow it all down a bit. So you notice that one of the hooded figures is a little shorter. I cast Vicious Mockery. Nat 20, let's go. You're a short motherfucker and nobody likes you. Short! Everybody says, fucking short that guy is.
It is likely based on Lou Carloch, I'm guessing the pronunciation, a mythical serpent/mollusk from French folklore. Described as a large, slimy, snail-like serpent with tentacles and a shell.
The figure was so short because it was a child. There's always a kid, specifically the child you've been looking for.
Gonna loot that body now! Gonna loot that motherfucker!
His body's just lying there, right?
The double up is great.
Yes. Don't.
Didn't quite sync it up. Bitch!
Self-help talks, money walks. Everybody wants to change with a 2-week course. If you're like me, you need a little trick because you're currently shit at dealing with conflict. Don't start a fight, but don't avoid everything.
Alternatively, it could be based on the yokai, Shusibora, meaning ascended trumpet shell, in which a trumpet shell snail that lives 1,000 years in the mountains, 1,000 years on the plains, and 1,000 years at sea, will ascend and turn into a dragon.
Loot that dead kid's body.
Ah! Oh look, it's a dragon with a snail shell. Ah!
Hey, nice shirt.
Ira, thank you for gifting the sub as well. Oh my gosh, you guys doing a train again? You're doing another train?
At me on the street and myself. The fuck
Heck.
is that? Who's speaking right now? Shut up. I regret that I lost. I apologize
Figures that color pseudo legendary is based off a French legend. Hell yeah. I think I quite like it. I liked the sort of progression as Pokemon started to do like theming with its regions. It was kind of cool when it started to do that. Snail Show Dragon goes hard. Now I want to draw that. Why am I cursed with art impulse? Whoa! Art be upon you. Inspiration be upon you. Right.
Upon invading the dreams of my most recent victim, I'd begun to feel my host body had become quarrelsome and resistant.
Oops.
Hello? Who's speaking? I am me. I am you. You are me. We are Louis. I don't care. Who, what, why is... Oh my god, what did you do to him? I am Louis. I am Louis. I am Louis. I was beginning to feel... No beginning to feel, no reflective gonzo journalism, and no demonic possession. I am Louis. Louis was meant to resolve conflict. You're just creating more pain. There is no pain. No,
Animations. Idle.
There is only Louis. I am Louis. And this is your house, is it? Stop it now! This is too niche a content!
Silence, mortal. You have invoked Louis within your own mind, and for that there is no content too niche, no reference too obscure, no logical progression of joke too stupid and absurd. With thine eyes we see all, every conceivable past, every possible future, and every 12-year-old neo-Nazi, female bodybuilder, ultra-Zionist, and Westboro Baptist member that dares meet our gaze shall join.
Ah, thank you for gifting the subs as well. Oh my gosh, gifting 2 subs. Thank you.
I was beginning to feel...
We're doing it, Reddit! One thing I like about Pokemon that animations and behaviours outside of battle are actually described in the decks, / based on their inspiration. See also Zigzagoon and Line is running in a pack. Yes! You guys know this. You guys know this. Because I've talked about it before. Fun fact, on my YouTube channel, before I was doing highlight videos, we were doing a playthrough of Pokemon Colosseum. And I probably literally bring the clip up about how I was like, my favourite part of this, one of my favourite parts of this entire game is Zigzagoon does a zigzag in its run animation. Where's my channel? Look, I love it so much, I put the Zigzagoon in the thumbnail. It was like the highlight of the episode for me. Thank you for gifting a sub as well, Core. Thank you. Very cool they kept that in Sword Shield's overworld pathing so that they did that there as well. I wouldn't be surprised. I probably actually didn't notice. I'm like...
Throws you into it. You know, here's like nearly level 30 Pokemon. Go for it.
Well,
And
the entire field, so it's worth remembering.
This.
oh my god.
Oh wow,
I forgot how strong that is.
Zig, 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 zig.
I love Zigzagoon in this game!
And confused. What a
So she's going, I love Zigzagoon! And this is the bit as well here, I think.
And it's like,
that's
it's
it.
like,
Game over, Stanji.
and it's like only this trainer, because it's this particular model, trainer's
Yeah.
legs in the anime beginner fight, is that when he has one Zigzagoon, if you hit the one Zigzagoon, he zigzags between his trainer's legs in the animation.
I love how you remember that.
I remember it because it's from the very start of the game. And it's like,
that's
and it's
it.
like,
Game over, Stanji.
and it's like only this trainer, because it's this particular model and it's only Zigzagoon. So this is the only time it sort of happens.
Well, use an attack on him then. Use like return or
Watch.
something.
Watch me be right.
Oh. I don't remember Snatch.
Oh. I don't actually remember what Snatch does either. I'm not
Looks like
very
a
familiar
counter.
with Dark ones. Except Bite.
Here he goes. Zigzag through the legs!
He runs through his leggies! He runs through his leggies! love Zigzagoons. They're so cute. Ferret's like my favorite though of the like early game rodent selection. I love Ferret. Again, because of Pokemon Colosseum. Oh fuck, now I've got to remember how to do all this. And we do it the same way we always do, which is we look at other people's examples. Which one do I want to look at the example of? The Nova. So you can actually running on water and obstacle not crossing their arms out of battle. Neither of these things apparently. Yeah! I like those kind of things as well. It's why we literally have the meme here of me spouting interesting facts about the Tigrex. The meme is that I do it with Monster Hunter, but I have it with, I can do it with Pokemon as well. It's just what I'm into. I like monsters. Thank you for the hype train, everybody! Email that I got. Yeah, it took me until later in life to realize it, like until I had left school, but I realized that what I like is I like ecology. Because, again, Monster Hunter introduced the word to me of monster ecology. And I was like, oh, that's what I like. I like the ecology of like, creatures and stuff. Because ever since I was a kid, I've always, in games and stuff, always been more interested in the creatures and what the creatures are like. It's why I love creature collectors. Behold my Nova with my glaive. That's not what I expected to see. There we go. So base layer is empty, and then we have right hand, left hand into the expressions. Smells like Spooker's cooked himself some noodles or pasta. Actually, there's a... I feel like there's example stuff somewhere that I can use. Oh god. You can now find this menu under VRChat SDK/samples. VRChat SDK samples. Ah. Jesus fucking Christ. Action layer, face layer, hands layer. I think this is what I want to what I want to copy. All part that's called all parts, and this is empty. And then we've got left hand, all of this. Can I? Duplicate you. I'm going to grab you and take you over into my stuff. Let's remove this. You can go in there as well. And I want this idol to be my idol instead, I think. Like that. Do you ever get too lazy to draw clawed hands, so you just draw elongated Doritos and call it today? Sometimes. Do you ever do the mitten? Because I sometimes do the mitten. Observe. When I am drawing hands but don't wanna. Like, oh, we've gotta have our hands, and like here's the wrist, I guess. Well, there's our fingers, and there's our thumb, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's the mitten, and it's like sometimes it'll get curved around, and you might get like a finger or two like that, but mostly it's just the mitten. And then we go to our arms and stuff instead of just like, oh, I don't care anymore. The mitten. Bless the mitten. I just draw an oval or two and then draw lines when I want to do the mittens. Yeah. Artists, we know these things. Let's just go with closed smile. So we open up this, and on the left hand, let's go with thumbs up. We'll make a thumbs up on the left hand, a closed smile. What does that do? So, left hand, thumbs up. Doesn't do anything. Great. Why didn't it do anything? Why didn't it do anything? Oh, is it because these are set to 0? I thought they weren't set to 0. No, they're not set to 0. Eh? Oh, it's been like a year since I did this. I've forgotten how it's supposed to go. non. Which is in and of itself an animation. This is supposed to be empty, right? I think I have forgotten something, but I don't know what it is I've forgotten. I do lucky for food, have a good eating. Thank you. I hope to see you tonight. I'll probably post a world link in the Discord when it's up. Is this one of the things I've forgotten? Setting up VR chat avatar. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I'll never give you what you want. I hope you find whatever you were looking for. Tell me what you're chasing. Because I'll give you what you want. This guy duplicates the thing that I did. He renames it FX, so that says to me I need to put it in the FX layer. Keep on running. Kobble effects. That still hasn't done anything. Actually didn't check the Viziums at all. There's the Viziums. Why is this not doing what it should? It says, every avatar maker ever. Why is it that this is set to 1? But here it's set to 0. Hi, Galaxia! How's it going? Troubleshooting. He is trouble. Why do I feel like I've missed something? Avatar descriptor, viewport, lip sync, done all that. Oh wait, before you need to create an expression parameters asset, which I made here. Right, that's probably what I was missing. VRC emote, face blend, and H and face blend V. These names should match the parameters in your animators. You can categorize your parameters by using slash, for example, clothing slash hoodie, clothing slash hat. VRChat has a few built-in parameters. You can always use them in animators. Don't add them to your own expression parameters.
My dearest sister / wife Elizabeth.
Alright, I've been to a place to lift heavy thing for good muscles. Hey, nice. You're buff.
I have buried myself in my studies, and I pray that I shall find a breakthrough before death finds me. May this loneliness end soon. Yours truly and humbly, Victor Frankenstein.
Still nothing is happening. Head scratch. And a massive fly's just flown in. Thank you very much. I'm confused.
give me a man after midnight, lighting up the darkness with electricity. I give you life.
Default saved and synced. Yeah, they're all there.
Find the end of the rainbow with the fortune to win. It's so different from the world I'm living in. I open the window and I gaze into the night. Seems like it's a perfect time to create life. There's not a soul out there. Why not make one in here?
Give me a man after midnight. Somebody help me come and dig up a grave.
Give me a man after midnight, lighting up the darkness with electricity. It's alive! My creature lives! I can foresee no repercussions to this! Absolutely none!
Do I need to have a link between these two?
What have I done?
No, this one doesn't have it. Entry into idle. Entry into idle. Huh. Entry into idle. And this is blank. Gesture left, gesture left. Yeah, that looks alright. Gesture left, all of that jazz.
Morning in Paris, the city awakes to the bells of
I'm confused again. Why are you not worky?
to the bells of Notre Dame, to the big bells as loud as the thunder, to the little bells soft as a song. And some say the soul of the city is the toll of the bells.
I'm confusey.
Listen, and Clopin will tell you. It is a tale of a man and a monster. Dark was the night when our tale was begun on the docks near Notre Dame. Shut up, four frightened gypsies slid silently under the docks near Notre Dame.
Well, that's a head scratcher. I am not sure. And maybe I removed the idol. Maybe it's not happy about the idol.
Purge the world of vice and sin.
Although I feel like it shouldn't be reducing things to zero.
Corruption everywhere except within.
Where it says where this is set to 0. I feel like it shouldn't be. Yeah, look. Oh, it was the idle animation, was it? It was the idle animation. I thought I needed an idle animation though. his happy face. Okay. I remember them telling me that I needed to have like a blank animation that it could default to. So why was that causing problems? Have facial blend shape on in use in the animation be set to 0 as to past self. Why did you write that like that? Why did past self might write it like that?
For one time in his life of power and control, Folo felt a twinge of fear for his immortal soul. Care for the child and raise it as your own. And Folo gave the child a cruel name, a name that means half-formed, Quasimodo. Is a little to guess if you can sing the bells of Notre Dame. Who is the monster and who is the man? Sing the bells, bells.
We're back here again, lads. Whoop. Big grin. Small grin. Small grin. I don't remember how I had the expressions set up on the original Kobble. I'm probably going to have to like open it and take a screenshot of it later.
Please take a seat.
Never really done this before.
That's okay. Just tell me the first thing that comes into your head.
Okay. Dolphins dressed in monocles with bunny top hats that cover up their blowholes. Clouds with faces, but they're upside down, so it looks like the rain is hair. Santa Claus going down a chimney, but the chimney is a cigarette and the house is a man. Bowling balls made out of peanut butter, but they're the bubbles in a big rubber hubba bubba bubble buzz.
You got a beautiful mind. So sit back and enjoy the show.
Something doesn't seem correct there.
What do you see?
That's better.
Foraging for mushrooms in an ice storm. Big pies with big eyes and big thighs. Anaconda in a condescending disguise. Sandra Bullock, specifically from Speed 2, fighting with my best friend's aunt at a barbecue. A frog doing his taxes while he sits on a swing. But that's just what I see.
I could see the same thing.
I can see my destiny. And a bear learning how to water ski. I see the past and the future is fun. Also a honeybee holding the gun.
14 gerbils in a kitty.
Right. Yeah, eyebrows.
Santa's elves unionizing all.
Gimli locking lips with a cute troll.
A lawyer and a barber bottle bubbles underwater and the lawyer at the bottom.
Big grin.
That's a beautiful tree.
I don't see a tree.
What do you see?
We want eyebrows raised. Also, I've realized that I need to have tongue physics turned off.
Why don't you tell me what exactly I did wrong?
Create a new clip. Small. Black.
Flowers you trampled in the garden, replaced with stones.
Still have that turned off for the little one.
Two-way mirrors, white chapels and white walls fade away to dreams. Looking at the white veil falling, the promises
Small.
we made, the promises we'll keep. They set fire to the forest, hoping they would catch the bear. I'm as guilty as they promised. The lilies did turn black as we weathered out the storm.
Big black.
Keep me safe and keep me warm.
And for this one, you make sure that that is turned on. And then
Why won't you tell me? Why won't you talk to me at all? Your face stuck to your phone, so we're like lilies. Well, we'll still grow without the sun. No, we won't be alone. those petty high school calls fade away to dreams. Looking at the white veil falling, the promises we made, the promises we'll keep. And they set fire to the forest, hoping they would catch the bear. I'm as guilty as they promised, and all the lilies did turn black as we weathered out the storm. Keep me safe, keep me warm.
Let's put it on this one. Oh. Slightly irritating, I've got to do this every time. They set fire to the forest. Right. Okay, our tongue is flopping out of our mouth still, so that's not good. In that bit, at least.
As we weathered out the storm, keep me safe, keep me warm.
But it does stop doing it in these expressions. So the key thing here is, on this expression, it does a wibble when he has the tongue out. That's the important bit. That is how it is supposed to go. However, it is wiggling when it's not there. I suppose all I have to do for that is actually have this turned off by default like this, right? I just have it turned off by default. You know, it's not there. So if I have him stick the tongue out, now it's just turned the whole thing off. So that's not correct either. So no, that's not correct. So we do have that turned on. Maybe I do need to use this. But when I used this last time, it was still it wasn't working. overriding it again. It's overriding it again. But I feel like it shouldn't, logically. I'm trying to get my head around it. Something to do with this, but I could have sworn this was how it was supposed to be done. Motion time? God, I actually haven't set this project up in the VCC. That's how long it's been since I used it. 9 months. Oh, that feels bad. Things like before. The fact that this opens up to the animator shows that I was having this problem last time. Empty. It is literally just empty. Okay. It does have motion time turned on. No. Excuse me. What is happening there? That doesn't look right at all, does it? No, it's still not working. So that tail is very much clipping through those legs, even though I thought I told it not to. It's just going straight through the middle of them, that's why. The fact that you look at that and know what the fuck you're doing is amazing to me. That's the neat thing! I don't know what I'm doing. I'm dying, Gartu. The tongue's still flopper. Secret tunnel through the mountain. Secret tunnel. It's a head scratcher. I don't understand why we are having this. I don't understand why the idle state is causing these problems. That turns it off. And then the big blast should turn it on. Right there. Turns it on. You can see it. A little blip there. Turns it on. So why, when I play the animation, does it not turn on? Whereas this one turns it off. And that's how it should be by default. Which it is, because when we test it here, the tongue is not flopping about. Great, that's what it's supposed to do. When we turn on this expression, it doesn't flop about. Good, that's what it's supposed to do. But when we stick the tongue out, it doesn't flop about. And that's not what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to have the flop enabled. You guys literally saw me enable it. There's a tick box, and it's ticked. But for some reason, this animation is not re-enabling it. And I don't know why, because I'm telling it to. Hmm. 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 Thing is, I can actually see there in the hierarchy that it's turned it off, but it's not turning it back on when I click this, which it should. But why is that? Because it's literally right there to be turned on. Oh wait, was it the wrong thing? Is it that one?
Hit me one time. Come on. Hit me
No, it's still not doing it. Hmm.
That's rather nice. Oil and grime. Poison sludge.
It's off there, and it doesn't turn on.
Noxious mark. Slime beneath me. Slime up above. Oh, your love, my.
Oh, why? Why does it not turn on when I've told it to?
I see the world and all the creatures in it.
Confused.
I suck 'em
I'm very
dry
confused.
and spit 'em out like spinach. 'Cause greedy human beings will always land ahead with the destruction of their worthless jungle land. And what a beautiful machine they have provided to slice a path of dawn with my sweet breath to guide it. Oh, 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 fills me brown, acid rain, pouring down like eggshell mane.
Hello, Loopy. How you doing? Good, and you? I'm doing okay. I'm bashing my head against Unity. Ugh. I don't understand. I don't want to turn that off because that definitely messes stuff up. Oh, they made a reset layer. Maybe that's what I need. That. I don't know if that's going to help. We're still not wiggling, boys. Neighborhood having a scream. It's Pikachu! Definitely hear someone having a massive tantrum. Oh dear. Someone is very, very upset. What is that animation? Game object is active. Okay. I got a Pikachu! Yay! That's essentially what this is. It doesn't reactivate it even though the animation has told it to. But why? Surely because the animation has told it to reactivate, that should take precedent. look, on the side, you can literally see this animation turns that off. It goes grey. And you can see that this animation turns it on. It goes white. But what we want is it to stay turned off when the animation isn't active. But it does for some reason. And I've already tried doing it this way. Of like, well, what happens if we just turn it off by default? Wait, now it's working? What? Shakes Unity! Ah! Shakes Unity! I don't know. I don't know. That's Unity for you. I don't know why I hit play there. Play is not what I needed to do. Link left. Wink. Right. All of these to 0. And make sure you stay off. Right hand, gun, wink. Right. Slow down. Slow the fuck down. What is happening there? It's the lower lid is clipping? Is that what I'm seeing? It's very hard to see. Someone's playing some Queen, which is fantastic. Oh my goodness, it's 5 o'clock. Well, I guess we're ending that there for today. We made progress in the end. We had a rocky start this morning, but we did make progress in the end. Even if that progress was, we're ignoring. We're just going to ignore some of the stuff. Nice. Someone's shoveling their drive, I think. But yeah, progress. Progress has occurred. It occurred eventually, but it has occurred. Okay, I will see you guys later. In theory, we will be in VR chat. And I hope that those of you who are able to will be joining me. It's a lot of fun. And I will see you then. And make sure to charge all of the things. Yes, exactly. And I'm not making a promise, because we know how things go with me and like being last minute. But there might be a new avatar. I might be in a new avatar. I got another one. I know, right? Another one. I have a problem. Maybe. I make no promises, but you're gonna have to tune in to find out. It'd be my first time wearing them. I haven't. The reason that it's like a maybe is they're not even technically set up yet. So my time with Unity is not finished for today. So we'll see. But you're gonna have to be there to find out. We're not shocked you got a new one. Technically, I got 2 new ones. But only one of them is at a state where I could technically wear it. Because virality happened. And I like having different avatars. Great. I will see you then. I'm gonna see what we are going to do about food. Yeah. Take care, everybody. Enjoy whatever it is you get up to. And I'll see you in a few hours. Bye!